Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade. The WNBA ratings from this past Sunday going heads up against the NFL have officially been released. And folks, you saw that correctly. That was Eddie Murphy from the Nutty Professor having himself a good little chuckle at some of the numbers he saw this afternoon. Now, a lot of people were complaining last weekend, but if they put the games on ABC, then they would have done just as good as the Caitlin Clark games. The lie detector determined that was a lie. For those of you who thought this game would do over 1.5 million views, please raise your hand. Let me see a show of hands. Folks, I said, let me see. Okay, nobody's raising their hands. No surprise, I won't hold it against you. For everybody who thought that this game, Aces Liberty on ABC this past Sunday, if you guys thought this would do over 1 million views, please raise your hands. Okay, I'm seeing a couple hands raised. Okay, fair enough. Now, for those of you that thought this would do under 1 million views, please raise your hands. Oh my goodness. Nearly everybody is raising their hands. And for those of you that are raising your hands, give yourself a quick round of applause. Liberty Aces on ABC, 929,000 viewers. Now, sports TV ratings, come on, stop trying to spin it. For what it's worth, that's better than any of the Aces Liberty Finals games last year. Yeah, but it's still pathetic. It's still abysmal. It's still not impressive at all. A finals rematch from last year in the playoffs couldn't even crack 1 million views on free TV. Folks, Asia Wilson, are you going to get 1 million views without Caitlin Clark and without Angel Reese? Are you going to be able to crack that this year all on your lonesome? It seems like nobody really wants to watch you, to be honest. It seems like nobody's like, oh, let me go watch the Las Vegas Aces. No, folks, 929,000. Oh, I'm assuming a lot of people took the same approach that I took. Let me watch my football, and I'll occasionally check in. Oh, missed layup. Okay, check out. I'll check back in. Oh, air ball 3. Okay, I'll check out. But Ben, Brianna Stewart played so well. Oh my goodness. Must see TV. Let me watch that. Cut it out, folks. Cut it out. Now, to keep things in its proper perspective, this was on Sunday against the NFL. And in case you guys were curious what Caitlin Clark did last Sunday against the NFL, 1.84 million viewers. Nearly twice as many people said, all right, let me turn off football and let me go check out Caitlin Clark. Let me turn off this Eagles game and let me check out Caitlin Clark. Let me turn off this Giants game, turn off whatever game you were watching. You guys said, okay, I've watched enough. Time for me to watch Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever make their playoff debut. This time around, people didn't have the same thought. This time around, people didn't want to waste their time. Because remember what I said last video. People can invest in two ways. They either invest in their time or they invest in their money. And we saw the attendance numbers. They damn sure weren't investing with their money. And now that we're seeing the ratings, they really weren't investing in their time either. Now the game at night, Lynx vs. Sun on ESPN, folks, I'm sure that had to do around 750,000, right? I'm sure that had to do at least 800,000, right? I mean, everybody watches women's basketball. Everybody watches the WNBA. Remember, that's what we've heard all season long. So let's take a look. What did the Lynx and the Sun do on Sunday night? 654,000 for Sun Lynx on ESPN Sunday night. Now that is abysmal, but to be fair, not as abysmal as last weekend's games, right? Last weekend they only did 400,000, 461,000, so I guess an extra 200,000 people watching is a good thing, right? Wrong. Maybe if you're one of the 46,000 old fans, you thought that was something impressive. But folks, 650,000 people watching a playoff game. Not too good. Not too good at all. But wait, there's more, right? This is like one of those infomercials. But wait, there's more. Now, this is where things get awfully spicy. This is where things kind of make a little bit of a turn for the worst, so to speak. Caitlin Clark's final WNBA game this season did 2.5 million viewers on ESPN on a Wednesday and peaked with 3.4 million viewers on a Wednesday. Now, the Lynx versus Mercury game following behind it did 1.2 million viewers on a Wednesday with 2.1 peak viewership on a Wednesday. And the Tuesday games, the Storm Aces, 990,000. Ooh, Asia still can't crack that million view game. Sorry. And then the Atlanta Dream versus the New York Liberty, 860,000. Now, there were a few ways that we can judge the ratings that came out from this past Sunday. Liberty, Aces, Sun, Lynx. Now, something that I was thinking is, okay, well, since these ratings on Tuesday were so impressive, then what are the chances that this same audience carries over? What are the chances that the same people that watched on Tuesday, that watched on Wednesday, said, you know what? I enjoyed what I saw here today. I'm going to carry it over. Now, the Aces game did 990. The Dream Liberty game did 860. And then we come to Sunday, free television on ABC, and the ratings literally stayed the same, damn near. But it did worse than stay the same, because this is on free television. This is not good by any way, shape, or form. This number had to be a 1.2 to make me say, wow, give it up to the W. This number had to be over a 1 for me to say, not bad. But the fact that we're on ABC, nationally televised game, 3 o'clock window, we don't even crack 1 million views, that's not good at all. I really hate to break it to you. That's not good at all. And then we get to the Lynx Sun game. The last time the Connecticut Sun played, 2.5 million people watched them. The last time the Lynx played, 860,000 people watched them. 1.2 million people watched them. And now, half of that audience is tuning in. More than half of that audience is tuning in. So all the people that watched the Connecticut Sun versus the Indiana Fever, you know what they said? They said, hasta la vista, baby. They said, sayonara, sucker. They said, catch you next winter, see you next fall, or one of those weird phrases that we said growing up as kids. They said, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. They said, I'll catch you on the flip side. They refused to tune in. Now, follow me here, folks, follow me. Both of those games were on ESPN. The Lynx versus the Mercury, that was on ESPN. The Sun versus the Fever, that was on ESPN. 1.2 million for the Lynx and the Mercury, 2.5 million for the Sun and the Fever. And the next time these two teams are on ESPN, 654,000. They could not even retain the audience. In fact, they lost people. They lost half their audience to watch a 73-70 barn burner. When is the WNBA going to realize that people just aren't tuning in? When is the WNBA going to realize that people just aren't tuning in? It's different to get over 1 million viewers. It's different to get 900,000 when you're going up against literally no competition. When your number one competitor is AEW Dynamite, you better have a higher number than AEW Dynamite. When your number one competitor is WWE NXT, you better have a higher number than WWE NXT. But when your number one competitor is the NFL, and you can't get 1 million views on free television, what does that say about the product? What does that say about the state of the WNBA? That a week prior, when a rookie was playing in the playoffs, going heads up against the NFL, then and only then was this league able to really hold itself to the same standard as all the other leagues. But now that Caitlin Clark's gone, we need to go back to that really abnormal grading curve that we do for these WNBA games. Now that Caitlin Clark's gone, we need to sit and act like, oh my God, 900,000 is so impressive. It was on ABC. That's not impressive. If it was on ESPN, yeah, I'd maybe give it a little bit more credence, like through the week. What did I say during the week? When the Aces and the Storm, what did I say when they had over 1 million, when they had nearly 1 million views, 900,000? Said that was pretty good. Said it's not a bad job, especially on ESPN. But we're getting less viewers now on free television. That's not good no matter how you cut it. Just goes to show that without the number one attraction, this league continues to be a league with their feet stuck in the mud. What are the numbers going to look like next year when some of this hype dies down? When people have 6 months, 7 months, out of sight, out of mind. Oh, the WNBA's back on? Oh, okay. What's it going to be like tonight going heads up against the MLB playoffs? You think Mets fans are going to watch the Liberty over the Mets? You are out your damn mind. You are out of your damn mind. What other team is playing tonight? The Padres, the Braves. Do you think Braves fans are going to be watching the WNBA over the Braves? Hell no. You think the Padres are going to watch the WNBA over the Padres? When it's playoff time, October baseball? Now, I'm not going to say these numbers are going to be stuck in the mud, but I don't know if these games are going to get over 1 million views tonight. And they're on ESPN too. Last week they were on ESPN. Tonight they're on ESPN 2. ESPN, huh? ESPN 2. You know, channel 35. The rerun channel, right? The secondary ESPN channel. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are any of these games going to get back to 1 million views? Did the WNBA see the last of their 1 million view ratings until the WNBA finals? Because I would be remiss to say if I don't think that at least one of the WNBA finals game would get 1 million views. But if game 1 rematch, Aces Liberty, isn't cracking 1 million, what, do we need to wait for it to go to a game 5? Do we need to start fixing games? I know this isn't beneath the WNBA. Do they need to start fixing games to build up hype so that eventually they'll get that oh-so-coveted 7-figure viewed game? I wouldn't put it past the WNBA, not in the slightest. It's the Bandana Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Liberty Aces, 929,000 on free TV. Don't forget, free television. Everybody complained last week, but those games were on ABC. That Caitlin Clark game was on ABC. Well, you were on ABC this week, and look at you. Couldn't even give me anything to work with. Lynx, Sun, 7370. Folks, it probably started off at around 750, and then they saw that both these teams suck, so they changed the channel. I'm sorry, Nafisa Collier. You're good, but I mean, look at everybody else on the court. You can't blame us, can you? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please like the video and subscribe. I would appreciate that greatly. As always, take it easy. We'll see you back here tomorrow.